the G20 Provincial chapter is in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape, and they will launch today. And it is, of course, a premier forum for international economic cooperation, and it brings together the world's leading economies to discuss global economic issues. Now, South Africa will host the upcoming G20 summit for 2025 under the theme Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability. But for more on what's happening out in the Eastern Cape today, let's cross now to our SABC reporter Liabo Setho, who is there in GQ, and what a beautiful backdrop. Liabo, all about the G20, and it will start gaining momentum. Good morning.
Good morning, Sakina. It will certainly be starting to gain momentum, and it's great to see that, you know, the different provinces are being included in the plan of the G20, and it happens against obviously the backdrop of looking at the provincial economies. They all have their own challenges in terms of unemployment, job creation, and economic growth that is dwindling as well. But the most important, crucial part of this G20 is that the role of entrepreneurship and small businesses is not left behind. It just not too long ago, the startup G20 was also launched. But as you said, that we've got a beautiful background behind us, is because the ocean's economy is going to be playing a big role, Sakina, and that is what the Minister of Small Business Development, Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams, will be speaking to stakeholders who will be attending the launch today. And we are expecting her to shed light on the kind of opportunities that are there for small businesses as well as entrepreneurship in Gqeberha and in the Eastern Cape at large. But she's here to speak for herself about what the program looks like for the next 2 days, and of course the focus on the Oceans Economy. Minister, always a great pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for your time. Take us through what we can expect over the next 2 days when it comes to this launch here in Gqeberha.
Well, today here in Gqeberha, things are happening for small businesses. As you can see, we are here just next to the port. Now, what we'll be doing is to visit 2 projects in terms of the port of PE and the port of Gqeberha, where we are seeing the work that is being done by small businesses in the fishing industry, and also those that are busy with the repairs of the automotive, including the ships that you see here. So this is the work that is being done by entrepreneurs that are supported by government and other private sector businesses. And of course, without that, we've got to make sure that incubators or small businesses are incubated when they're still at ideation phase. This is why we'll move from the port and we go straight to the University of Nelson Mandela in order to launch a program that we have facilitated with Nelson Mandela, a seaferry, the Center for Entrepreneurship and Research, and also the entrepreneurs that have graduated there. All we are doing is to say, it doesn't matter if you're in the township, it doesn't matter if you're in the village, but you have a role to play in growing your own economy. And the best way to do that is to tap into the opportunities that are presented by the oceans economy, which the province of Eastern Cape is great in. And of course, tourism. We know that Eastern Cape is a very beautiful province.
Yeah. I know that there's a lot of people who are watching us who are in the townships here in Gqeberha. You have Motherwell, Gwamaklaki, Zwide, and all of those. And they want to know, how do they get involved? You do have a small little business in wherever your space, but how does one get involved? Because there has been criticism, Minister, in terms of this G20, most of them saying you find them in the big towns, but in the real rural and townships, there isn't much, happening for them. How are you bringing them in?
And we are here to say that is not true. That is why we are going to a township ourselves in Gqeberha. We've decided to take the program exactly there because President gave us clear instructions. You better make sure that the people of South Africa enjoy the presidents of G20, not only them being spectators, but them being part of it. That's why we said we want township businesses. We're taking it to the township so that the communities around the area, they can feel it. And you know, Gqeberha, all of it. It's not like we're only going to that ward or a specific zone. So all of them are going there. That is why even coming here is to say those that have participated in the oceans economy as beneficiaries, there's cooperatives here in Gqeberha that are beneficiaries of the interventions by government in terms of the Department of Forestries, and they have received some fishing rights, and as a result we're putting them into the market. And this is why we said oceans economy is about all that are in the area and those that can benefit, of course, because we don't live only in isolation.
Great. We'll be following you around for the next 2 days to see how the launch happens. But thank you so much for your time, Minister. If you are around New Brighton, come to the Nongoza Gqeberha Hall That's where Minister is going to be, and we'll be looking forward to speaking to small businesses in the area to get their expectations about this G20 and what they're looking forward to. With that, Sakina, I'm handing it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Liabo Setho there in the Eastern Cape for us. And it's going to be interesting, as Liabo also points out, various provinces will have opportunity to also participate and, of course, drive economic development through this G20 process, as South Africa is hosting a lot of these events in the lead up to the culmination later this year.